Ooh, we got some sexy-ass trades. Did the 49ers give up too much for Christian McCaffrey? The Carolina Panthers have traded 26-year-old star running back, a.k.a. White Lightning, Christian McCaffrey, to the San Francisco 49ers, according to Twitter. Now, this is a weird trade, in my opinion, where two things could be true for me. This is a great fit for McCaffrey, good health pending. He will have a big impact for the 49ers offense, and the Panthers made out like bandits. This trade brings up many questions, the first among them being, are Jimmy Garoppolo and Christian McCaffrey the most handsome quarterback-running back duo of all time? That just might be the case. Now, if you're a married man in the Bay Area, make sure you follow your wife everywhere. Or hire PIs like Dan Snyder to follow her because she's likely betting Jimmy or McCaffrey. Now, there is a dark secret in San Francisco right now. The 49ers offense has averaged just 20 points per game this season. They haven't been good. Christian McCaffrey, can he save their offense? Did they give up too much to get him? What does this mean for the Panthers? We're going to talk about it all today on That's Good Sports. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. I need someone to show that they love me. Okay, the 49ers sent a 2023 second, third, and fourth round pick and a 2024 fifth round pick to Carolina, a team who just traded receiver Robbie Anderson, fired head coach Matt Rule, and are clearly in the early stages of a total rebuild.
Did not have a 1, of course, because of previous trades, so they did the best they could to get as close to a 1 as possible. That is exactly what happened, and now for the 49ers, who have had some inconsistency at running back, they get one of the most electric talents in the backfield. He is going to travel today to San Francisco, may actually see the field on Sunday.
Now, this trade is especially timely because the Panthers and 49ers just played each other 2 weeks ago, a game that ended Rule's tenure with the Panthers and sent the Carolina roster into a blow-up. Of course, Kyle Shanahan's dad, Mike Shanahan, coached Christian McCaffrey's dad, Ed, in both Denver and San Francisco, so Kyle and Christian are more than familiar with one another. In fact, Kyle once babysat Christian when he was a kid. So I guess you could say his trade's been in the works for a couple decades now. Wait, is that tampering? I think you can make the case that yes, that is tampering on the craziest level. Imagine, though, being Kyle Shanahan showing up for babysitting, and this is the kid you gotta babysit. Weird. Now, McCaffrey returns to the Bay Area, where he was a Heisman runner-up at Stanford before the Panthers drafted him 8th overall back in 2017. But what's crazy to me is that was back in 2017. McCaffrey is in his 6th NFL season. McCaffrey was an elite back in 2018 and 2019, even racking up the rare 1,000-yard rushing and receiving season in 2019, but has been plagued by injuries since signing a big extension with the Panthers and doing these photos. Oh, why did you do these photos? And becoming another example of why an NFL team should never pay a running back big money.
We talk all the time about the devaluation of the running back. That is a lot of value for a running back who is locked in a contract for the next 3 years for the San Francisco 49ers.
Playing in just a total of 10 games in 2020 and 2021. But he's good to go this season outside a couple minor shin and thigh issues. Knock on wood. But maybe this is a situation where two negatives actually make a positive. Is that how they do it? McCaffrey, injury prone. The 49ers running backs, injury prone. Therefore, he will now be the healthiest back in the league, right? I'm curious, though, to see how Shanahan uses Christian McCaffrey. The 49ers offense has gotten production out of almost every running back they've plugged into the backfield, but they've never had anyone as dynamic or multi-dimensional as the former first-team All-Pro. Except, of course, for Deebo Samuel. But he wants to be primarily used as a wide receiver, which I understand. Now, currently, the 49ers have the 12th most rushing yards in the league, which is a step back from where they were last year. The loss of Elijah Mitchell was a big blow, but honestly, Jeff Wilson has more than picked up the slack, averaging 4.9 yards per carry this season. Throw in a sprinkling of Deebo Samuel, who's averaging a full yard more than that, and adding a true receiving threat out of the backfield, and I'm not totally sure why McCaffrey was a major priority for them. By giving up 4 picks, 3 in next year's draft, the 49ers have officially adopted the less need, fuck them picks approach. Speaking of the Rams, they were the other team trying to go all in for McCaffrey. Either John Lynch outfoxed Snead, or Snead drove up the price for a division rival. While McCaffrey is dynamic, that's way more than I would have given up for a running back. I mean, I did an entire video about how Mike Shanahan used the Moneyball philosophy and approach to the NFL, and the key to that was never paying for running backs when anyone you plug into the system is very productive. Basically, the 49ers are betting that McCaffrey is the missing piece to get them to the Super Bowl. If he's not, then I do not understand why you would leverage your future youth for a 26-year-old running back, especially when your future is a young, unproven quarterback in Trey Lance who could use as many pieces around him as possible. All that said, I am a huge McCaffrey fan. I would have loved if he ended up back home here in Denver on the Broncos. And I think he will thrive as the lead back in their stable and improve on what's already been a damn good season for him with 670 yards from scrimmage through 6 games. In terms of money, $12 million per year for McCaffrey is actually a pretty good deal if he stays healthy. He's got 3 years left on that deal with the Niners. Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch know you need a top 10 offense to compete in this league in the postseason. Last year, in their final 2 games, they scored 13 and 17 points. You can't get to the Super Bowl with that. Everything in the 49ers offense works only if the run game is very good. The run game sets up the passing game, especially when your quarterback is Jimmy Garoppolo, the perfect game manager. If the 49ers do not get to the Super Bowl with McCaffrey this year, I do not like this trade for them. I have to believe they'd be better off drafting guys in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round in 2023. Specifically, another back, maybe to pair with Elijah Mitchell, who should return in November. Think about the Jets taking Breece Hall in the 2nd round last year. You can get backs anywhere. And I'm not saying Breece Hall is McCaffrey yet, but backs can be had, and the 49ers have been the team we have used as the example to say you can win with any back if your line and scheme are good. These are the picks that they currently have left. Round 3, Round 5, Round 7, and Round 7. So 5 picks all after the 2nd round. But if McCaffrey stays healthy, he does fix their offense. They will get back into the top 10 in scoring. And when their defensive line gets healthy, they have a top 5 defense in the NFL, maybe top 3. That's a recipe for immediate success. This is a huge gamble that will be very fun to watch and see if it pays off. As for the Panthers, who just dealt Robbie Anderson earlier this week, this could be a sign that they're also willing to part ways with wide receiver DJ Moore before the trade deadline. If I were the Packers, I would most definitely be keeping an eye on that. If I'm the Packers, I go all in for DJ Moore because Aaron Rodgers may not be coming back next year. That's the team that should be going all in right now. The Packers should be leveraging their future to win this season in what could be Rodgers' final year in the NFL. The Panthers have come out and called DJ Moore a staple to the offense moving forward, and they will not deal him. You could make them an offer that they can't refuse, Green Bay. It is pretty rare, though, when the Panthers look like the smarter team after a trade. They are in all-out rebuild mode and now are becoming a very appealing destination for a new head coach. If they can finish in last place in the NFL, that would give them the 1st overall pick, which means they could take whichever QB they want in the next draft, with extra picks in the 2nd and 4th round now. Plus, they will be able to move on from Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold without any financial obligations, as those two gents are in their final year of their rookie deals. Hey, look at that, Carolina. You'll finally be only paying the QB that's on your roster salary. Plus, losing McCaffrey will make it much harder for them to win. A perfect tank move for Carolina. The only real loser in this trade is poor Steve Wilks. 2 weeks into interiming as head coach, and his team is gutted. What's next? He gets another head coaching gig, but due to injury, he has to start Josh Rosen at quarterback again? Poor Steve Wilks. You don't deserve this, good sir. You do not deserve this. Either way, good luck on the rebuild, Carolina, and I hope this pays off for the Niners and McCaffrey, because Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, that offense, even with a game manager, could be explosive. And I decided to do one more underdog fantasy draft for this week. So it's lineups just for week 7. It's a $5 draft. It starts as soon as the league is full. We draft players playing this week. So if you want to play against me, there's just one more link for those drafts for this week. They're fun, especially for you because I keep losing. Thanks for watching That's Good Sports. Please subscribe here on YouTube for constant NFL news, updates, and stupid humor and feet pit. That's where. Hello, here we go. Shut up, idiot. Shut the fuck up, you idiot.